Hi, this is Lila, and I'm here with Braille today. Uh, Another new episode. This time we're gonna talk about a bit of our spiritual practices and how important that is in our daily life. So I can start.
Yeah.
Before I came to Pineal, I was not practicing any. I didn't have any practice, any regular practice, despite the fact that I would had my routine of waking up early and then going to work, but it wasn't really a practice set. Uh, so when I came to Pineal, I realized that was my life opened up a lot to the spiritual, this side of things, which I'm fairly new to it. And one of the first spiritual practices I started was meditation. I've been doing it for a year now, and I actually really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. Reason being is I really discovered that for me, being still, it actually helps me a lot to calm down, to listen to my inner self, um, as well as take more time to ponder and think and process things. So definitely meditation is one of the practices I've been regular practicing since I arrived to Pineal, and even as a mother. Um, Even when I was pregnant, I've meditated throughout all the pregnancy, twice a day, 1 hour each. And even when Yala was born, I restarted after she was like 3 months. So I had a break of two and a half months to get used to the routine being with Yala, and now we are back on track again with meditation. Um, so I do, at the moment I'm doing it with Forrest and Ja, and we do 1 hour every rising at 6:30 for an hour, and I do it half an hour in the evening at 8 p.m. just by myself at the moment, but anyone is welcome to join. Um, yeah, regarding meditation, it's really what I can say. Really, it might not work for everybody, but it really works for me. Another practice that I really enjoyed, we had Amaya with us, which was one of the people that lived with us for 8 9 months, and she introduced me to Yin. Yin is a type of yoga which is practiced at the dawn. So basically, is a more relaxed yoga where you stretch, you make the movements for a longer time. So as I was only pregnant when I discovered that practice. However, during pregnancy, we did exercise it, and I really find it really calm, especially at the time it was, because it was in like almost completely darkness, and we used to do it in the yoga shala, which is a space we have outdoors, and we could see the stars. So for me, it really helped me. You have this soothing music in the background. I'm not a big fan of yoga, or maybe I'm just resisting to it. But I think Yin is a really good introduction to, maybe later on I'll go back to yoga. So Yin is another practice. I'm not practicing regularly, but it was something that I would like to pursue soon. Um, Besides that, breath work sometimes, also do that, and I do some stretchings in the rising. But meditation is actually my spiritual practice on a daily basis. I keep very disciplined with that. I make sure that I do it at least once a day. Um, yeah. Another practice which I really enjoy, and I try to do the most that I can, is swim. Throughout the summer, we do have as mentioned before, there's a lagoon about 15 minutes walking from here, and it's one of the practices I do on a regular basis every day. It's just to go to the lagoon. I won't say every day, but 3 4 times a week. Just go to the lagoon and swim, and that also helps me to cool down, to think straight, and to really to get back to myself when I feel a bit more overwhelmed. So yeah, swimming is definitely my second favorite practice. Um, Besides that, I also like to go on walks in nature. It also keeps me. keeps me more balanced. And what I say from those three practices is what they have in common is actually the silence, which I've discovered it really helps. So yeah, this is what I've been doing as I came to Pineal. I do recommend you find your spiritual or practice that you do on a daily basis, and just stick with it. It will help you in a long term. And if there's any questions you have about what we do here, just let us know. Okay, thanks.
Hey everyone. So my spiritual practices before coming to Pineal was reading the Bible. So as I mentioned, if you've been keeping up with Leela and I's journey, is I was a Christian. And so I used to meditate on the Bible quite a lot. I had my highlighters, my sticky pads. So that was my form of meditation, was just reading the Bible, taking notes. Um, then going to the park. I used to go to the park a lot. And I used to be a mentor at the church I went to, so I would take youth there. And that was my form of meds, I would say. And listening to music, actually. Um, just calming music. Uh, yeah, I would say that was my form of meditation that centered me. So for me, meditation is anything that centers me. Um, I don't subscribe to any specific, like, I know in spiritual communities there's specific things people deem as spiritual practices, and they only consider that. But for me, anything that centers you, that's a form of meditation. So for me, before I came to Pineal, it was reading the Bible, going to the park, listening to music, and mentoring youth. That was what brought me to my center and calmed me down whenever I was like in a storm or I needed a reminder of who I was and to get me back on track. Since coming to Pineal, I would say, also, since being a mom, I would say singing has been quite a meditation. So there's this song that goes, uh, give me a second. The words are, I'm safe, home, centered, and free. That's a meditation for me that centers me and Ether. So when she's feeling very just agitated for any reason, usually on full moon, she tends to be agitated. Um, Not agitated, but just the energies affect her, you can tell. So I sing that. So singing is a form of meditation, and that's been new since I've become a mom. And I would say actually my natural form of meditation is actually drawing. Um, yeah, that's what's natural to me. When I'm painting or drawing, that brings me back to center. I don't feel like I'm here. But it's been a while since I've done that, and I will be getting back to that soon. It's cooking, it's cleaning, and I aspire to just be in meditation in anything I'm doing in life. And I've learned that since being at Pineal. I've learned that from the teachings of Agua, that one of the best ways to be in meds is if you can do it in anything you're doing in life. That's true meditation, and that yeah, it's really helpful. So I try to just be in meds in anything I'm doing. So for right now, what gets me into my center is cooking, cleaning, because I just zone out and I just do what I'm doing, and I find I'm calm after that, and singing to Ether, and closing my eyes and just being in silence. Um, so yeah, that's what I would say are my spiritual practices, but they're just everyday practices. Um, yeah, so you can let us know in the comments below what your spiritual practices are. It'd be great to engage with everyone and hear what you guys do. If you guys have anything different apart from like Vipassana or like the typical meditation, if there's anything interesting or unique you do that we could maybe practice or try. But give thanks for listening and tuning in um, to our stories. Bye for now.
Yeah. And again, you can also follow us on Instagram, Pineal Foundation, and also Sisters of Pineal, or email us at pinealfoundation@gmail.com for any questions you might have. Our website is kingdomofpineal.org. So yeah, give thanks. Have a beautiful day.
You can cut that bit out.
Yeah. Pause. Can you see that she's peeing on me?